Hello there, everyone! This is Quiversee, and welcome back to Souldiers. You might notice something looks a little bit different. Well, let me tell ya. So, at this point in time, I have already finished playing through the game. The reason that we are having this right here in the middle of what we were doing is because the original episode I recorded for this part that we're about to come up to, the video file was unrecoverable. I don't know what happened, but when I finished recording, it wasn't there. It was gone. And I have no explanation for it. So, because of that, and the fact that, you know, I couldn't really go back in my save file, I had two options. One was to explain everything that had been done, which I did actually end up doing, but I'll be cutting that out now because option 2 was to play through the entire game again up to this point. I chose option B at the end of things and decided, you know what, if I've got to do this anyway, let's do it with a different character class to show it off a little bit. Why the heck not? So here we are. I should also clarify that I am doing this on normal, but just for the sake of speed, because I wanted to get this done fast. So, I went through the game again as a scout, and as you can see, they have a much different skill lineup. They have the ability to counterattack with the right bumper, which is normally the button you use to explode the after images with the caster. A cool attack that is pretty good, because the powerful counterattack is always a crit. But it is not easy to pull off. The timing on it is even more narrow than a parry. They have a lot of stuff that helps them with blocking, so, you know, if they block attacks at the right time, they get better stamina recovery, blocking while in, that's the shield bash, which can do a stun. That's not bad, but I'm not too fond of it. Blocking while in the air, which is actually pretty good, and the auto block, which is actually kind of insane and saved me a bit when I was climbing up through the dragon castle. They, of course, have double amulet, just like the wizard does. The ability to do a spinning attack, which is okay. It's not actually all that great. The ability to reflect damage back at attackers, which is pretty good. This was the one that I was not expecting at all. Weapons, secondary weapons and bombs like that, costing less ammo shards, which is really good for some of the more expensive ones. Boosted critical rate. The standard elemental attack and defense. And, of all things, better mana recovery, which I didn't take. And playing as the scout has been interesting for another reason, too, because they do have a lot of other things that make them mechanically different. Most obvious being that they have a sword instead of a staff, so they don't actually have an automatic projectile. And their Y button is just a slower, harder-hitting attack. They don't have, like, the staff burst charge. This is the spin attack, so, you know, a slightly better ranged thing. Another interesting note is they can move while blocking, which the wizard can't do. But, on the flip side, they can only block things that are in front of them. If I were to get struck from behind, it would hurt. As for their spells, they all behave differently too. Here they are. So he's got the 1,000 Stabs, Ascending Slash, Cyclone Spark, and Shield Charge. Honestly, I only ever really ended up using 2 of these. The 1,000 Stabs, which is just by spamming attack, like that. You can see it drains your mana pretty fast, but good lord, that thing, if you can pull that off on a boss, it eviscerates. The Ascending Slash, which is magic and jump. Just an uppercut, not too bad. It's okay. But if you do it with Y, you get that. And that attack is pretty strong. Plus, you can use it mid-jump. The shield bash is this. And I've tried using it, but it's honestly not that good, if you ask me. And then there's the spark, which actually has some really good range and does decent damage. The other 2 big differences I noticed while playing this guy, number 1, as you can see right now, mana doesn't automatically recharge, which is a pretty big deal for using spells. But considering that his normal abilities that come from the Masteries tree don't use mana, that makes sense. The other thing, why is this not lit? I'll look at that in a minute. But the other thing of note is that if you notice in the Masteries, there was one thing that was missing that was in the Caster's tree, and that was status ailment defense. not having that made these balsamic potions so much more important when dealing with things like poison and bleed and burn. I died multiple times to poison in the pyramid and burn in the fire temple. It's kind of insane. But that's enough of that. Let's go over what happened. Your flame is as clear as your determination. Go forth, adventurer. I should note, by the way, that this chalice is supposed to be a blazing inferno, kind of like that. I don't know why it wasn't on fire when I went to view it. Glitch-tacular. Yeah, there. That's what it was supposed to look like. So let us progress to a mysterious sword embedded in the ground. The dragon ahead. It will soon be reborn, and I will be the one to end it once more. That power drew you here too, admit it. Now do you understand why we have no other choice than to hoard power? Otherwise, how would you have gotten this far? Wait. Zarga? I remember things. It's disturbing. I want it to stop. Yup, a new Dark Warrior, the Dark Sword. He has a big sword and he likes crystals. Unfortunately, he also has resistance to elements, or to neutral, so I can't use that. Let's see, that does... This is wind, right? I forget. No, it counts as... Whatever, we'll use the fire rod on him. I don't actually remember too much what I did against him as the wizard, but I do remember he has this crazy attack where he makes crystal copies of himself. All right, there we go. Yeah, no, this sub-weapon is definitely the way to go against him. Uh-oh. That dark arrow means he's gonna crash! Oh, right, and then I gotta break his crystal wall. Oh, this is a good opportunity! Ah, dang it, I missed my window. That was a good opportunity to use the 1,000 stabs. Oh, I forgot about this attack. But I can still stab him! And instantly die. But you know what? I've got a Valkyrie's Feather. Another interesting thing I have learned. You cannot hold more than one of those. If you have a Valkyrie's Feather and you find another, it won't let you pick it up. And it's just lost. Kind of glad I didn't find that out the hard way with the wizard. Killing. Through it, we came into this world and carved out our path. There's something here that seems to reward those like us. You have noticed it too, haven't you? The power that's been with you, ever since you set foot here, belongs to all of us. I couldn't wish for a greater destiny than becoming a part of it. See you soon, Soldier of Zarga. And with him, we get another spell, and I don't know what it's going to be for the scout. It is the Spirit Sword. Hold Y to charge when ready. Summon a Spirit Sword that automatically rushes towards enemies. Let's give that a shot. Charges up. Sword! I say sword! I've gained the power to cast Cool Pose. I should note that as the wizard, the spell that you get is called Supernova, which basically charges up a very powerful explosion centered on you that does a mountain of damage. I do still have the finale safely recorded with the wizard. I have verified that, so we're good there. And I haven't actually had a chance to finish with the editing on that. I'm pretty sure I use it, so you will get to see it. But that is what it is. There is some Asgarite in this box. And the path continues onward. We can kick down this ladder for a nice little shortcut. And ascend to the peak of the castle. Where rests, what else but a giant egg? If I remember right, I'm gonna need wind for this. And a sand mortar should help. Get ready to face the Lord of the Dragon's Castle. A dragon! say hello to Aganox, the dragon. He has fire breath and powerful bites. Let's see if I can pull off a counter on him. Like that! That's the counter. And you just saw how much damage it did. But yeah, the window of timing on that is so much smaller than a parry, but if you can get the timing right, it does some damage. Oh yeah, I should charge up my spirit sword. Oh yeah, he's doing his background attack. 2 flames. I'm pretty sure that means it's going to swipe the bottom. Yup. He has another version of that where he sends out like a large fan of flames. Sword! That did nothing. Ah, dang it. All right, I need to heal. And let's regenerate. Okay, so gonna do the fan this time. Yup. So now I've got to watch it from above. Woo! And it goes in 2 bursts, as you saw. All right, where are you gonna land? Here? Oh, we're doing this. He's gonna try and send us flying. Run and attack. Come on, no, get closer. Summon another mortar. Why is that not hitting you? You stupid dragon. This fight's actually going pretty well. I should mention, as the wizard, this fight took me, I think, 5 tries? 5 or 6, something like that. He is not the easiest. Although it helps that I am on an easier difficulty for this version. Ow! Okay, I forgot he did that little crash landing. Okay, no. He's doing, yeah, a major laser attack. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. Short of maybe being behind him, if that's even possible. Yeah, let's just eat some fruit. And he's done. Right after he broke the floor, too. But with his death comes his rebirth, as he returns to Egg. And lo, a portal to the heavens opens. Now, entering that portal is where we pick up next time. So before we hit the end of it, there are some hidden treasures here that I would like to showcase. For starters, bomb. But before I go down there, there's something here. Some rockerite. And yeah, as you can guess, because I've been kind of rushing, I am definitely not fully upgraded. Just to kind of show, I've gotten 3 lacrimas, almost 4, 5 mana reliquaries, and the golden sword and shield is the equivalent to the Archmage's Scepter and King's Talisman. It's the 3rd tier. So I could upgrade them each twice more if I wanted. But I do not need to get all of that treasure right now. But I do want to get this treasure. So we're going to go up here, and this treasure took me an absurd amount of time to figure out. So, I don't know if you saw, there was a bit of a wooden platform down there, and there's a little hidey hole here with a block. I want to say it took me about 15 minutes to find that block when it was the only thing that was left to find. So that's good. But before I jump down there, let us climb up here. For there is another box with some Ragnarite. And that door, I'm pretty sure that just leads straight back. Yeah, that leads just straight back to the portal. So we'll worry about that later. And by later, I mean next time. I didn't mean to go into that bubble. But I did mean to go down here to get some money, which I'm not even worrying about. And the Dark Sword. Moves over around your head, creating a rotating slash that's difficult to dodge. Like that. I decided to worry about the money. Boom. So, yeah. Everything that we just did here is basically what got lost. I'm still really upset and perplexed as to how it all happened, but I feel like this was the best way to work around it. given given the circumstances, it was definitely the best I could do. So that is gonna do it. And next time on Souldiers, we're gonna pick back up with our actual file with the wizard and go through that portal at the apex of the castle. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.